Do you have your identification card and everything? I'm sorry to bother you, but
This guy's been following me.
You are not a police officer.
Correct.
You cannot do that. If you would like to become a police officer, we're hiring.
Yeah.
Great.
It's bizarre to think that some people would attempt to impersonate cops, and the best part is that they end up getting caught by the real ones. Today we'll look at some of these cases where fake cops get busted. On November 7th, 2023, an off-duty New Mexico State police officer saw an automobile trying to pull him over, having blue and red police lights. He called the police department right away. Shortly after, Officer Galliano arrived at the scene and approached the person.
how you doing, sir? Officer Galliano, State Police. Who are you with?
Portillo.
Do you have your identification card and everything? I'm sorry to bother you, but
This guy's been following me. And
I know who it is.
run this. Okay.
so I understand you were slowing traffic down on the highway.
No.
You sure about that?
100%.
Can you go ahead and pull that up, please?
How you doing, sir?
Good.
What's your name?
In charge.
I'm in charge.
Okay.
What's your name, sir?
Sorry.
Okay, sir, I was told that you were using your car like you were a police officer.
No. Well, you should have showed it, right? You're
Okay.
in my truck. I told you to show it in your truck. You're on private property right now.
You have your driver's license, sir?
No, I'm not giving it. You have that.
Ronald Portillo, a private security guard, was the person in question and thought he had the right to detain anyone.
Okay, well,
I'm in charge of this right now.
okay. You're in charge of what?
I'm charged of this property and other properties.
Okay, and that's fine. But over there on the highway, where you lit up cars and you were using your car like a police car.
There's no proof.
Okay, hear me out. I'm investigating something, right? And if you refuse to give me your driver's license, I can detain you and arrest you.
Okay, detain me then.
Turn around.
No.
Don't
No, no.
resist.
No.
Who's this, man?
No.
Hey, knock it off.
Knock it. Let go. I haven't done anything wrong.
Portillo thought he could simply get away from the cops, but he was apprehended right away. In the end, the cops arrested the fake cop.
Hey, don't, man.
I
Stop
haven't
pulling
done
away.
anything
Stop pulling
wrong.
away. Don't do it. Knock it off. Well, then why are you
Now
resisting?
you're resisting arrest. Now you're resisting. Could have just gave me your ID.
Hold on, let me secure the
I
weapon.
gave you ID.
Could have given me your driver's license.
I understand that.
All right.
Well, you know.
Do me a favor. You have any other weapons on you?
Well, mace.
Okay.
You got mags.
Any other weapons, sir?
Mace.
Is that recording?
Yes.
Excellent.
The cops searched Portillo after handcuffing him and put him in the back of the cruiser.
What do you got in there?
Where do you keep your cuff keys?
no,
You got cuffs? Where do you keep the cuff keys?
They're all my luck. Dirty checkers.
I mean, this could have gone a lot easier,
It
man.
was easier. I gave you my ID, and that's who it was.
I asked for your driver's license. You refused.
Yes, sir. Because I didn't break the law.
Yes, sir.
No,
You did.
sir. I didn't.
Okay, well, I was investigating you breaking the law.
Okay, but that's still not breaking the law, right?
Nothing else? All right, do me a favor. Have a seat here on the sidewalk.
No, I don't want to sit. It's on my phone, just a little bit.
Handcuffs are not meant to be comfortable, man.
Man, I know.
Do you want to sit on the sidewalk or in the back of a unit?
How about if I lean against the unit?
You can sit on the sidewalk or in the back of a
If I
unit.
just lean on a unit,
All right, back of the
I
unit.
have a bad back
All right.
from my rack.
Well, we'll be gentle.
You got to be gentle.
The cops attempted to speak about his actions after he was taken into custody. Remarkably, he continued to feel that he was entitled to stop anyone.
Don't light anybody up. All right, I live in Edgewood. I come here, I clock in. This is my first post. Then we go to Central and Eubank, and we just run all of those all the way down to the. I didn't light them up. I didn't do anything. I know that's against the law to pose as an officer. I'm a PPO for the state. I work for this company, and we're cleaning house here. And getting close. I asked him to show his ID. He refused to show his ID. And so I started backing up. Look, last night, we busted a guy that there's so much shit here. There was a rape, there was a stabbing. There was a guy yesterday that I that went into the place of the what is it? The laundromat, next to the laundromat. He went in there. Then he tried to carjack somebody.
Portillo gave a strange justification for his behavior, and it was clear that he didn't think that his behavior was a problem. Thankfully, the police intervened and attempted to reason with him.
When you guys stopped me, I didn't do wrong. It's just that when you ask for my ID, I haven't done anything wrong. So that's why.
So you're in detainment. We're talking to you. We're completing an investigation. Advised you were investigation.
Right.
At that point, you are obligated to provide.
Am I in this?
Sure.
Okay.
Stay next to now. As PPO officer, you should know that.
I do, but
So-
if I did something wrong, though, I said, show me where the badge is. He doesn't go. I mean, if he's saying his badge is there, and even you guys, why wouldn't you show your badge? He said
Wearing
it's
my
in his,
badge.
no, in civilian clothes.
Mhm.
And I gave you the opportunity. I back up. I said, go ahead, get in your vehicle, and show me your badge. Then everything would have been smooth, but he didn't want to do that.
Well, I mean, you know,
Portillo refused to admit that he had turned on his red and blue lights. At that point, the captain approached him to confront him about the incident.
that you were Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department whenever you were on the highway. That's the problem. So when I got to the right, your right front headlight, you turned on your lights and tried to stop me. Okay, that's how I felt. That's why I immediately why I immediately moved to the right, and then you shut them off. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. Number one, dude doesn't have a license plate, and now he's turning his lights on at me. That's why I contacted the on-duty officer.
The on duty.
Okay? So, and then you continue to do this little evasive thing.
There's
okay?
no evasive. I'm not being evasive. This is my
Patrol. You're assigned right here. Who
we're
do you
assigned.
work for?
I'm not just assigned. Hang on. Can you hit that side button? Shut it off. Or tell him, yeah, hang on.
Because he consistently denied having done anything unlawful, Portillo's entitlement was on high. However, the captain raised an important issue that rendered him dumb.
So this is where we come. This is where I come first.
Now let's rewind. Okay, I understand what you're saying, and like I said, your presence here, where you're dressed, your vehicle, all of that, on private property, just like you said, you own this property, it's private property.
Right.
Absolutely valid. Again, going back to the interstate, why did you turn on your lights on me?
I didn't turn on your lights on.
You turned on your blue front lights whenever I went to your right front.
I didn't.
How did I know they were blue?
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
There's shit all in there. So I don't know. If I did, I didn't know. Because I usually turn on my lights here because I was going to go to the latest.
Like, it's gonna.
The captain wasn't going to fall for his lies and kept persisting in asking him to tell the truth.
Understand that.
Right.
But what you're doing right now, okay, by trying to.
As far as what?
As far as lying. Okay, so I didn't turn on my lights. Okay, so now number one you're doing is you're trying to make me out to be a liar.
I'm not trying to make out to be a liar.
Just let me finish, okay? It's like, I'm all about respect.
Okay, go ahead.
You can ask these guys.
Go ahead.
Like, they want to talk to me, they want to even yell at me. I shut up, I listen,
Okay, go ahead.
because it's so important what
I'm
they have to
listening.
say. Okay, but you.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
No, I understand, you're getting out of the sun. So all of this that you're doing, okay, on a daily basis to help society is going in the toilet because you're minimizing your actions and you're failing to own what they did. That's going to change the outcome of this completely.
Right.
22
that.
years, man. 22 years in every aspect of law enforcement that you possibly can. Okay, from spec ops to which is our SWAT dive team,
Oh, you're
all this
SWAT,
crap.
okay.
To no, I wasn't SWAT, but all those types of elements. Okay, to investigations, to patrol, command position. Okay, so the whole thing of I accidentally turned on my lights, it doesn't apply. And whenever you try and associate it to a mic that you can hit with your chin, it's silly because I've hit my mic. Okay,
Yeah.
I've hit my mic a million different times, right? They've reported me telling bad guys things on my mic, but
Okay, go ahead.
that's completely different from whenever you reach down with your hand. It's probably on your console someplace down here. What's your red light?
It's in the center, next to where my cup is.
Okay, so for the fact that you turn them on at the exact time that I get to the right front to pass you and make me believe that with that positioning, you're stopping me, and then all of a sudden they turn off whenever I go to pull over, whenever I'm like, oh, shit.
Okay, so I'll tell you. So
Soon the authorities came to the conclusion that although Portillo might have made a mistake, his motives were sound and he was, in fact, doing admirably on the roadways. This understanding helped in reducing the tensions and facilitated a far more peaceful exchange of ideas.
So, are we good now?
If he opens that door, I'm gonna grab you, and me and him are gonna crawl. Me and you are gonna crawl in the back of that, because I am not about getting bit.
Yeah, just don't sing it. His name is Zeus. So.
He doesn't know.
He is certified. No, he doesn't know. So we clear Quality Inn, Days Inn, Motel 6.
Again, don't minimize what you're like, or justify.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to justify it. It's just
you're doing good for the community by lying. It's like it's taking your credibility and it's destroying it.
I understand.
Man, like understand that. Like you're doing good.
Right.
Quit lying.
Right.
Be a good person.
Right. And that's what I talked to Pete Costellas.
The cops were relieved when Portillo acknowledged his error following a cordial and courteous approach.
It's a learning thing, but I apologize. I apologize to you guys, but I just come from a different world.
Well, if don't make statements like that, just future reference, because what you're saying is that you can't perform.
No, I understand that.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if one of these guys were to tell me, hey, man, I'm just used to combat, I'm just used to fighting. Cool, bro.
Job's not for you.
Although Portillo avoided facing several accusations, he was never going to get off with a clean slate.
Are we good?
No, you're actually going to be, I'm not charging you for resisting or concealing ID. However, we are charging you for impersonating a police officer. We're going to write you a citation.
Okay.
There's going to be a report. You have a court date, all that stuff. Officer Powers getting that ready for you right now. He'll bring it to you and he'll explain it to you in a minute. It is a full misdemeanor, just so you're aware. Mm-hmm. And just to clarify, you can use your lights and your authority here in the parking lot.
Right.
Wherever your private property that you're contracted to be. If you're on the highway, you're in the city of Albuquerque, you're somewhere you're not supposed to be, you are not a police officer.
Correct.
You cannot do that. If you would like to become a police officer, we're hiring.
Yeah.
It's great.
The cops eventually released Portillo, but not before giving him a penalty for posing as a police officer. But in the end, the case was dropped without a charge because the arresting officer neglected to sign the citation. The police department did file the charge again, but Portillo did not enter a guilty plea to the case. The matter is still pending as of now. If you think this person was insane, you will be shocked to see what this other person did.
Beside the fact you're wearing a patch that says sheriff. Okay. That's impersonating law enforcement.
I've worn it all the time at the jail before, though.
On January 1st, 2023, the Oklahoma Police Department got many reports regarding a guy who was pulling individuals over without cause and was impersonating a sheriff's deputy. Later, 2 policemen were sent to confront the man.
Do you have any weapons in the car or anything like that? Like a gun or anything like that?
I don't even have a gun. Okay. I'm 19 years old. I ain't gonna cause if this is gonna cause problems and the truck's over there, I'm just gonna take out the vest. And I'm from Tennessee, so.
Okay. Why are you wearing the vest?
Like I said, I drove from all the way from Tennessee, but I'm not gonna have people call me when I don't even live in this damn state.
Okay.
It's gonna piss me off.
You're a deputy sheriff?
Well, I mean, I work at the sheriff's office.
Okay.
So, I mean, what?
Were you a corrections officer for the
Yes.
sheriff's office? Okay. Why do you wear a vest outside of the facility? Is this an agency vehicle or is this your personal vehicle?
This is my Kia.
Okay. It's just a little odd because whenever I worked in the jail,
The individual was recognized as Jackson Jones, a 19-year-old who claimed to be a corrections officer at the sheriff's office. It was eventually discovered that he was just employed as a jail administrator and that he was even fired from that position.
that might be true, but
And
it's just a
Oklahoma's
little
pulled me over
odd.
before too, wearing this stuff. I mean, like every time I come up here, I mean, like they don't. All they say is, It's just odd. I never see it. I was
Right.
like, well, I mean, like, well, guess what? Yeah, I like wearing it. Just like in Tennessee, I got pulled over for it, and guess what?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's against the law or anything. It's just
And I've even
odd.
had it taken off, and I've had it set right here before, and they're like, and I get yelled at for it. They're like, well, it's kind of weird that you got your belt and your vest.
You got any kind of employment identification?
Dude, they don't give me that when you work at the jail.
Really? You don't have like an access card or an ID badge or anything for the facility that you work at?
I don't. I can show you my face though. That helps you. Think of mine.
Jones had on a vest and a duty belt with knives and other deputy gear. The police were taken aback by what they saw inside the automobile after quickly realizing that something was odd.
That's beside the fact you're wearing a patch that says sheriff.
Okay.
That's impersonating law enforcement.
I wore it all the time at the jail before though.
Okay, well that might be true and fine within the jail, but when you come out to public, you don't have any arrest powers. You're not commissioned. Do you understand?
I understand that. I don't understand what you're talking
And you got alcohol in the vehicle.
Well, it's not mine.
Well, that's beside the point.
It's my girlfriend.
But,
And I don't drink, so...
well, it doesn't matter. You realize transporting open container, if any of that's opened or partially missing, that it doesn't matter whose it is. If you're in the vehicle with it, you can be arrested for transporting open container.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's not... I literally... It's not mine, man. She bought it. She lives up there in Luther.
Have you ever heard the phrase of when guys get hemmed up for drugs in their pockets and they say these pants aren't mine? You realize how stupid that is?
I cleared traffic 0955.
Okay.
Upon speaking with him, the deputies concluded that something was off and chose to place him under arrest while they carried out more investigation.
You don't mind if I search the car?
I don't drink the car.
Okay, cool. Step on out if you don't mind. Let's drop your cord there. Alright, face the vehicle. I'll just check you for, make sure you don't have any guns or nothing. Okay. Alright, if you wouldn't, that's fine. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and take the vest off and just sit it in the car. So do you wear this vest carrier on duty?
No.
In the jail?
I mean, like I can. I usually wear it under my hood shirt.
Okay.
What vehicle was it that you stopped and talked to?
I didn't stop at no vehicle.
No, I mean, you said that you stopped and talked
You
to
talked
somebody.
It was some truck, but then he left out of the parking lot.
Okay.
But all I did, literally, I went up to
Let's
him.
go ahead. Get the vest off for me. And the only reason I'm having you take it off is so I don't have to worry about the knives or anything you may have on you.
Really?
After detaining Jones and putting him in the back of the police cruiser, the cops searched his automobile. In the process of searching, they found an open container.
Okay, so RP says he didn't actually see anybody, didn't stop and talk to anybody. Like,
Oh, okay.
he was parked into a parking spot.
Keep my long
We're not looking to take you to jail, but
We're not looking to do
we
that.
want to talk to a supervisor.
Take the whole shit, like the vest and shit. I don't care if you take it. I mean, that'll keep me out of trouble.
But we want to talk to a supervisor.
I mean, it's on my phone.
In your phone? Alright, I'll go grab it. You haven't been to work in 2 weeks? So you haven't been to work in 2 weeks, but you're wearing the uniform pants, duty style looking shoes, and a vest carrier?
Well, I mean, like, I'm trying to go back to work though. I mean, my cousin's a gentleman, so. I'm trying to be a cop up here, but none of you guys don't hire me.
When the caller showed up at the scene, Jones' responses started to make no sense, and the caller gave the cops all the information that they needed.
Second. Alright, tell me exactly what you just said.
Because he was dressed like a cop.
Yeah.
He had a sheriff thing, but it had sheriff written on the side right here.
Right.
And I live on 62 off of Adam Road. He was sitting in a driveway
251.
right beside 62 Highway. And I pulled up and I was staring at him because he was in there kind of cockeyed. And I was like, we live on a one way in, one way out, and you know, we always are watching for cars. And I sat there and I was staring at him, and I stared for about 10 minutes of staring at him, and I'm like, man, who's this guy? It's kind of odd. He's in our neighbor's driveway. And I sat there and stared at him, and I drove off. And he got right behind me and started following. And he's driving along. He was right on me. And I was like, almost on this on it to get popped.
This is from over there by the Harriet Avenue.
Compared to the fake cop, the caller narrated a very different scenario, and things were about to get even worse.
And I said, what brings you to be a cop? Is it like, is it in the family or whatever? You know, trying to just talk to him. And he goes, yeah, a lot of my family are cops and stuff, and I became a cop when I was 18. And then he goes, well, I got a call, I got to let you go. And then he left. And then when he left, he came towards, by the bridge on Turnpike Bridge, and he took Yui and was trying to pull another car. He started flashing his lights at him.
Really?
And I didn't know if they pulled over or not, but he was flashing his lights like he was trying to pull him over. I was like, that's kind of strange.
Right.
I got home this while ago and told my wife, and I was like, oh, this car pulled me over. And I was talking to this guy, and I was trying to see if he goes, oh yeah, because we got a cop friend that lives in Wellston. And I was going to call him later on when he wakes up to see, because I think he works night shift, to see if he's really, that guy really a cop. It was just odd how he was acting.
I got you. Can you hang out here for a minute?
Yeah.
All right. Don't go nowhere, okay?
All right.
After discovering the truth, the cops proceeded to arrest Jones despite his pleas.
Yeah, I already know I'm going to jail.
All right. Turn around and face the other way. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for impersonating law enforcement, all right? And then you also have a charge for transporting an open container.
My girlfriend could pick up my call. Okay, so how is my girlfriend supposed to get it?
So she'll have to show proof of ownership. So if you get bonded out or whatever, then you'll be able to get it out.
Okay.
You'll be at the Oklahoma County Detention Center.
Is that? The Oklahoma? Is that bad jail?
It's our detention center. It's our jail. I mean, it's pretty good size, yeah. A lot of people that go to prison say it's the worst place to be. Yeah. It's not a good place.
I mean, I worked in the jail, but it was a county, but it was small.
Yeah, our county jail sucks.
Well, it was small.
Oh, this one's big. A lot of people in it.
I had 6 cells.
Six.
Like 6, like that.
Oh, we have 200 cells on the floor, and we've got 13 floors.
After being led to the police station, Jones was accused of carrying an open container and pretending to be a police officer. The cops also learned that he had been fired from his position as a jail administrator for having impersonated a police officer in the past. It appears that this is a mental problem, and maybe some time behind bars would help him. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we saw some of the worst police impersonators around. The second person who was roaming around acting like a sheriff's deputy and pulling people over was really concerning. Fortunately, law officials moved quickly to stop any significant damage from happening. Let's hope that these arrests and charges serve as a wake-up call, forcing these individuals to abandon their attempts to assume roles they are not qualified for. If you agree with me, then please consider showing your support by liking this video, and make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.